And now we will start with our keynote, Decoding the Household Customer Journey, New Dynamic and Marketing Opportunity. And today we will explore how shifting roles and new voices within familiar are reshaping purchasing decisions, creating both challenges and opportunity for the marketers. And join us as we uncover data-driven strategy to help brands effectively connect with modern households in the evolving landscape. And for the keynote, please welcome on stage Mr. Ben Poole, Director of Grow H+. A big applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you so much.
The stage is yours.
Thank you. Thanks. All right. So decoding the household customer journey. Okay. So how many of you in the room, your customers are family members? Hands up. Your customers are members of a family. Should be, I think, probably more than are currently raising your hand. So the household dynamic is changing. Influence is changing around how people are making their buying decisions, and the different influences that come from within the household and from within families. So, what happened in the past is that roles in the family were pretty much unanimous and quite decisive in terms of the household dynamic. You had your customer, you might have individual decision makers within the family household dynamic. And it was pretty clear cut. We're talking maybe 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. It was quite a unanimous and decisive family dynamic. But actually, things have changed. Things have changed based on research that we've done over the past 10 years. So we run family studies on an annual basis. And we start to see some quite significant shifts. So one person now, they can be the buyer, but they can also have influence over other decisions within the family. So each family has got its own uniqueness as well in terms of the role that they play when it comes to decision making, purchase decisions. And also it starts to create a little bit more complexity, but opportunity around the customer journey. So because of the uniqueness of the roles, the changing journeys within the family, brands have got significant opportunity from a targeting point of view, from a data collection point of view, to be able to capture and leverage this new family dynamic. So let's delve a little bit deeper into roles and customer journeys, shall we? Okay, so let's take Jan. So a mother from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, she would have made decisions on her own. She wasn't really accustomed to shopping online too much. So it wasn't that easy for brands to get to know Jan unless she specifically went out to find them. So this image represents Jan in the current day, in the present day, based on the research that we've done as part of the family. She's no longer the only one making purchasing decisions. She's constantly influenced by those around her. And family members have got a say in introducing new things into the home. And it's this shared experience that gives us the opportunity to manage, understand, collect data responsibly at each stage of the customer journey. And today, one account may have more than one person as users. Think about how you might be managing your own accounts within your household dynamic, within your own household situation when it comes to online accounts. So we're then able to think about collecting data in more of a household format. So in order for brands to capture this new family opportunity, we think that there are four approaches, four priorities that brands need to take to help transform around the customer journey and opportunities around data collection and targeting. So let's start with the first approach. We can use more closely targeted opportunities to help brands create awareness and target families more broadly and deeply. Today, each family member has got different interests and a very, very strong sense of individuality. Understanding the individual, who they are, not just that they're a consumer. Do not think consumer, demographic, age, etc. Think about who that person is. Who are they? What's their lifestyle? What are their ambitions? What are they thinking of? What are they dreaming of? Who are they within the family? What's motivating them to think about what they're going to buy tomorrow? So in order to enhance media effectiveness, we need to work with solution partners that can utilize data ranging from zero all of the way through to third-party data. So don't worry if you're not collecting too much of your own data right now. Don't worry too much about first-party data. There's a lot of other data opportunities that are out there. Work really, really hard with partners, get close to partners, and see how you can better understand this family dynamic and this family journey. So in each set of data, we break it down into what we call the 4 C's, or 4 attributes that help to define this, some might say, increasingly complex family dynamic. So this includes third-party data around the community that they engage with. It includes zero-party data, third-party data to understand the context of the families, and using other data sources to understand the culture that they live within. All of this information is then gathered to create charisma or to define the new family scenario. So I would encourage all of you, if your potential customers or prospects are family members, start to think about creating that family persona, because the influence is incredibly, incredibly interconnected. So then in implementing the next approach is, of the 4 approaches, is what we call unified commerce. So what it can do is it can help drive consideration and complete sales for brands. So this approach is particularly suitable for brands that have their own platforms, direct-to-consumer platforms, brand.com, or even selling within online marketplaces. Currently, the target family group uses different touch points for purchasing. Therefore, we can use messaging platforms, for example, as a front end to open a connection to the back-end database to unify family accounts into one. We can then integrate commerce data, such as purchase history, reward programs, helping us to understand household information and enabling us to cross-sell and upsell, thereby increasing brands' lifetime value. So there are 3 things that brands can do in this area. Number 1, create a unified shopping experience, whether it's through campaigns or promotions that connect with families. Think about communications messaging around families and not just individuals. That's the biggest takeout from this research. Implement a unified order management system, such as logistics data, for example, and then manage account information through a single sign-on. So the third opportunity around our 4 approaches is dynamic CRM, which is an approach to creating CRM that targets families, not CRM that targets individuals, CRM that targets families. This includes creating group loyalty programs, family loyalty programs, and group accounts that allow family members to accumulate points and redeem rewards together. At the same time, or alternatively, it can be a brand platform that enhances various brand experiences, whether through events or roadshows, potentially, offline event capturing online data. The brand can collect data from families at many touch points within this new customer journey dynamic. So by implementing dynamic CRM, what you can do as a brand is create a much fuller 360 view and relationship with families and understand them much, much better. So the 4th approach of our 4 approaches, we'll use AI assistants for families to better access their community groups. Some of you may have come across a pretty new trend around synthetic research, which is basically creating personas, customer personas that are developed by AI. So think of it as a focus group. Think of it as a focus group that can just be created by AI, and you can ask questions to really, really try and understand this family dynamic. So this image actually shows some realistic personas that we've developed as Hakahodo group. And this is what we need to start to think about imagining. Imagining different target personas within a family situation that is generated and to be used to better grow your brands. So the realistic persona, it could become a presenter for you. You could have them present to your board, to your CEO. It could be an influencer. It could be a KOL, for example. And they can help assist various brand communities by helping answer questions and solve problems. So start to think about it from a customer service point of view as well. Serving as a friend and a safe zone for families as well. So in creating a realistic family persona, we can develop these personas in collaboration with brands. And in the process of designing the AI assistant, we can start by defining the family persona, inputting household data, developing it into AI for the brand, which can then be used as a KOL or an assistant to your marketing efforts. So just to summarize the 4 approaches and the different dynamics around the family journey and how purchase decisions are changing, these are the 4 major opportunities to start to think about based on what we're seeing in terms of changing family buying behaviors. Personalization, unified commerce, dynamic CRM from a family point of view, not from an individual point of view, and the multi-personality AI assistant. So with that, we will have a deeper dive into Vietnamese families coming Q1 next year. So if you're thinking about the family dynamic and how you could potentially grow your brand, your business, based on understanding families better, we would love to invite you to this session in March. Scan the QR code. Thank you very much.